Alright, I have a cup of sweet green tea as dessert, and I have a whole bunch of work to do on the captain. So, last time around, when I was on my champion, oops, did I miss a piece of gear? I did miss a piece of gear. Did I miss a ring? Ah. I should have my ring equipped because I'm not pulling that out. Yes, things that help when you actually pay attention. So last time around, I got these legs running the featured instance on my champion, which means that when I'm playing my captain, no matter what spec I'm in, I've got a nice little burst of outgoing healing rating and the 4-piece set bonus, which is kind of nice too. I'm sure the extra run speed won't suck. So even in redline, it makes me less of a pure DPS than when I was wearing the old teal pants, but just really solid. And when I go into blue line, which reminds me, I really need to actually put essences into this shield here. Now, do I have... No, I do not have any might essences, which I really should have brought over from the champion. So I'm going to do that real quick. I know that I have some primary essences, and maybe even a vitality essence, because that shield needs a primary and a vital. And that was pretty much intended for my healing set on the captain here. My champion just tends to end up with a lot of random looted essences, and he has an essence carry-all, so I'm going to check in there. I'm pretty sure I saw him having, at the very least, a might essence that I'll be able to slot into that shield. Because again, I do want to have even my healing spec be that kind of hybrid and might still gives captains a bunch of attack mastery. So I'm not going to start doing something like building a will captain. Okay, essence and tracery carry-all. Not only do I have one, it's a purple one. So, not going to complain there. But I do not have a vitality essence, it doesn't look like. But at any rate, that is a good start. And what else would go good? Physical mastery, physical mitigation. You know what? I wonder if I have... Okay, don't have any healing essences. I was going to say, if I had another one of outgoing healing, that would be really nice on that. Again, there's all of those primary essences. Don't want. Restoration is incoming healing, which is not what I want on that shield. I think a crit rating is just not going to suck. So these two, I'll just get moved over there real quick. Much better. That lets me use up some of the essences that I've already got just as random drops in loot. And I'll only have to use one essence box to take care of the vitality essence. And yes, I do, of course, realize that I am pulling gear out and getting stuff set up for a spec that I'm not currently in, but I want to have it ready for if I need to hop into blue at a moment's notice. Oh, apparently I already had some. Which actually makes me wonder. Nope, okay, I don't have any healing essences. So, we crit, might. I have a vitality. I've got a random vitality. So perfect, I have all 3 essences I need for this shield. Oh, hang on a second. That is the supplemental essence of that's for if you're tossing vitality into a basic essence slot and wasting it. Okay, so that's not what I thought I had. Do not have any vital essences, so I do need to pull one of those from a box. Which is good because the actual proper vitality essences are way more than these crappy supplementals. Like you would have to have a really weird gearing and spec to use these supplemental essences of vitalities if you just had something that has a bunch of basic essences and really cared a lot about 304 vitality. But here we go. So that now gives me a solid healing set shield. Much better. Unfortunately, I see that people in LFF chat, there's a couple people Xing, but it's for something that I must have missed while I was offline. So I do not know what they are doing. It might be for a featured instance, it might be for something completely random. So I'm not going to take my chance on that.
It's a fine day indeed.
Go stop by Bel Inzel. Do some tasks real quick. See what I've got in the bag. I know I went out and did a bunch of mob killing earlier, so I should be pretty solid on all of these guys. I don't think any of them should be low right now. Okay, 10 quick tasks done. And again, that's to keep filling this bar here, which somehow I just emptied these when I was basically done with my last session, and I'm already back to 2.5. Okay, that is all the bounties pulled. Archer out. And I don't see anybody immediately lining up and leaving town, so I'm just going to go out, start solo, and see what we pick up. And the goal here really is just to kind of knock out a few of these real quick, see if any groups come of it, and more importantly, keep an eye on LFF chat to see if anybody is putting together groups for the FI, which is Hoadvlandil today, or this week, I should say. And somehow, yes, I always get things like agility essences dropped on this character or my other might characters. It's like they know what you're playing and don't drop what you actually want. Okay, tree down. Silly cat's gonna chase me, but it's welcome to do so. I'm just gonna head on down to the salamander. Wonder if the cat's gonna chase me all the way down here. Nope, it leashed. Well, I was about to check and see what this person is, but the whole shape-shifting to a bear thing kind of gave it away. And again, just have to love the, what do you do to attack? Oh, I spit bees at my enemy. Like, okay. That's a thing. And he is a tanky boy bear, too. Well geared out, I'm guessing, because he's got 300k morale out of bear form, 362k in bear form. Good grief. So I'm guessing he's got good gear, a very heavy tank spec, and probably is very heavily vitality based also. But yikes. Oh yeah, he is well geared out with all of the 515 teal crafted gear. So he has put some work into this character. Burn a few cooldowns because this is the last of the mobs here. And always make sure to thank your killing partner. So let's see. Turn these in. There has not been any talk in LFF or World Chat about putting a group together to do an FI, sadly.
Fair winds to you. It is a fine day indeed.
Did really luck into one last time I was on. Basically just happened to be watching LFF chat and somebody was advertising for the 6th slot out of the 6-man, and it was just perfect timing. I got in and it was a really good group. We smashed the place and that was that. But that doesn't appear like it's going to happen this time around. Somebody else is doing captain-y things, summoning their heralds and buffing. So wait a minute, that wasn't me doing that. So let's see. I know I'm not going to do that delving because I'm not going to be doing the 3 or 6 person solo. So I think what I'll do on this character is finish up the this 4 wrapper here back in Umbar.
Greetings, kind traveler.
I really thought I could get to Umbar from here. I guess I just have to bounce through Halrax. Really annoying.
Greetings, kind traveler.
So I'm going to check with the mission givers here and see, have I just not picked up the delvings for the week, or did I finish them already? Okay, so clearly I have finished the 2 delving wrappers already on this character. So I will just knock out
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
a quick 4. And then move on to my next thing, which for this character is going to be picking back up the main quest. So I believe that I am actually out in the City of Umbar quest, yes. So this is where I need to basically go through the city and find my crew members and help them out with what they found in the city. Because last time I was doing this quest, I basically got into the city proper. Like, we got to the city and then split up to look for information. So this is basically kind of what happens if you're doing these without delving difficulty on a halfway decently geared character. So all of a sudden they kind of become things that you just stomp through.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by
But
which to do it.
I only need just a few more of these to finish out my weekly mission wrapper on this character, and that is 500 embers. And the gear boxes for the teal gear are 3,500 embers apiece. So 7 of those wrappers. Come on, seriously? Just run right past me. So 7 of those wrappers done gets you basically a free one of those teal pieces of gear. Plus, where, you know, whatever other embers you're getting from doing anything else you're doing over the course of the week. And at this point, I'm pretty set on those pieces of gear right now for my heavy armor characters. And I'm working on getting a decent set of transferable light gear for my Runekeeper and my Lore Master. Right, that one is done and done.
What news has come in with the tide?
Okay, let's see.
There is
Natural
much to be done
disaster, I think, is my next quick one. That and dark treasure. So if I do those two real quick, I can knock those out. Almost went and did the delving out of habit, but again, don't need to. My wrappers are done for the moment. And I'm really not all that fussed about doing the X number of this tier and that tier delving achievements on this character just yet. They're nice deeds to progress over time, but I would rather just knock these out and get back to something a little bit different than simply holding W and killing. Okay, one more little tree, then the big tree, and I'm out of here. This should be 44 of my 45. It is just so much easier than I'm used to not running these as delvings that I forget I really don't have to burn cooldowns. Some things you just get so completely into a force of habit scenario.
What news has come in with the tide? Might you spare a moment?
Alright, knock out dark treasure real quick. That'll be the last one of these, and then I can get on to something a little bit more, at least having some variety to it. And I really should actually join an allegiance because I keep not on this character because I just never ended up picking one. So I'm stacking these things up. In fact, I'm going to do that now real quick. We'll do Order of the Eagle. Really wish that you could multi-use these ones like you can do with rep items. The closest you can get to them is select them with the Alt key and then individually hit U a bunch of times. So now for the comedy moment here is how many ranks worth of, yep, so I had all the way through 5 all finished. Just by stacking up those tokens, which got me a teal tracery token. So that's going in shared storage. I need to double check which of these two. Okay, Guardian and Lore Master need to pull their tracery tokens out because they're bound to them, not to the account. I was not paying enough attention when I tried putting those in shared storage, obviously. And yes, I am pretty certain that I can actually just leave my archer to take care of business on her own. Which is kind of comical, I know. Okay, that is done. Get the heck out of here. Talk to the mission giver, finish my wrapper. Then go find my town buddies. And do some actual story stuff.
There is much to be done and fewer hands by which to do it.
So weekly wrapper is done. My teal enhancement rune, I will use that on something later. Okay, so I need to find Noriel, Surgon, Sigilith, and I don't remember who the short straw is. So it looks like one of them is this way, kind of south of me. I think that is Surgon in the market here, if I remember right. It's the closest. Oh, nope, Sigilith by the fountain. I thought it was by the market. Oh, that's all the way back at the beginning here. I think that is Surgon. So Sigilith wants me to...
I often heard voices and
Names from my past.
Okay, yeah, we're going to listen in at various taverns. So the first tavern, I believe, is right across here. Think I might have gotten turned around. Thought it was right up here. Nope, okay, I got lost. Okay, Black Anchor Tavern, here I am. So nothing there, now I need to go further north. I need to find the Cat's Grin Tavern. I just made a circle, didn't I? I remember the taverns are all in these little courtyards. Here we go, Cat's Grin Tavern. Okay. Here's a lower ward resident who sounds like they just mentioned Kasha.
I do know Kasha. She's a friend of mine.
So the Kasha we're looking for lives in the lower ward, which is kind of up this way. And I absolutely got lost again. I needed to stay down, not up. Because I was looking for another one of those little courtyards. I think up here is where I find Sirgon's friend. Well, yeah, we'll say friend. Over here should be where I find Kasha.
Yes? I am called Kasha. Can I
So
help?
here's where we're going to give the message in a bottle we found, and turns out, oops, her husband is actually very still alive. So that's a little bit embarrassing, but go find the husband by the guild hall and see if we can get the story from him. And the guild hall is, I think we want to be one island over, don't we? So this bridge should put me on the right side of the water. Okay, yeah, the guild hall is this way. It's got this awesome blue tile theme to it. And here's our boy.
Kasha sent you to me? For what purpose?
Basically, he says, yeah, I did actually live, and I had to spend more than 25 years on that ship, but I got free and came back and kind of restarted life. Please don't kill me for being a pirate. Alright, so our reward is a bow and a bow. Neither one we can actually use, and it's going to bind to us when we acquire, so meh. So Sigleth's curiosity about the message in a bottle she found has been satisfied. And looks like our next quest is this way. Which of course leads us through the gut. One of the places in town with the nasty enemies wandering around, and it's Nariel. Of course, she would be hanging out where there's stuff to kill. Or trying to kill us, rather. Okay, Lady Nariel, what's up for you? So she wants us to basically do reconnaissance and planning. We're gonna go ahead over here. Here we go, here's our first loitering point. And we loiter, loiter, loiter. And watch a guard and a water carrier go by. Both not really seeming to acknowledge one another. Our next observation point is right up here. And we loiter, loiter, loiter. And same thing, guard doesn't even look twice at the water carrier. So let's go loiter at this last clay jar. I think that's our last clay jar. See if the pattern holds. No, apparently the guard saw us loitering.
You there! You cannot just linger like this in the fleet fast.
So basically we were told, quit lingering. You're suspicious, and quit being suspicious. But we did get some good info we can take back to Lady Nariel that, yeah, water carriers don't seem to be getting stopped or even acknowledged.
From your report, it appears the fleet path is well patrolled.
Okay, so got two left, and they're basically, of course, on opposite ends of town. One is all the way down south, and one is up north. I'm going to go do the one to the south, because that is the most out of the way. I think I can get around this way. I'm hoping I don't have to go all the way clockwise. Oh, I think this is Dax's quest. yeah, I can get through this way. I just have to fight my way through, which I'm okay with. I mean, if nothing else, these guys drop little bursts of XP and task items as loot. I'm not going to do side quests at the moment. And yeah, I think I need to go up and then around. Because I should find Daxamat here by the jail. Here we go.
I asked around the city for information about the dam. The matter
And a good friend of his and J-Jax is locked up, so let's go check in with the guard here and see what we can do about that. Yep, here's the Fleet Fast jail.
You are fortunate you spoke to me today. And so am I. For my going purse is feeling a little light.
So he's willing to take bribes, and he knows who we're looking for. But the person we're looking for is slated to be put into the arena. So we're going to go give Dax the good or bad news, depending on how he takes it.
trial by combat. Heitor was no martial novice when I knew him, but
So Dax confirms his buddy was never that great at fighting. So we're going to go see what people are saying about that matchup. And that's going to take us all the way up here. This is a gate we can't go through to cross here. So we can't cross into that road. We have to go around here. There are a few places in Umbar Baharbel that are closed off that you can't take that route through, and that's one of them. So we just have to go around, which means once again going back through the gut. Which can suck if you're lower level, because the gut has, again, those aggro guys, but I can mostly just ride through them. Okay, let's see. What is my best route up here? I think probably across and then over. These might be the stairs up, or they might be the stairs into the old ruins area. I do not remember. Okay, good. These are the stairs up. Don't mind me just running to the fountain. It's totally cool. Okay, here's the list of matchups. And Dathamath's buddy is set to fight Rothog the Storm. So now we ask around and say, hey, what kind of odds are people giving for this fight here?
All the hoolies who fight in the arena.
This person basically is saying, yeah, Rothog is going to crush him. Like, Rothog does not lose. Here's somebody else we can ask.
Who are the two combatants about?
You need not tell me the other name. Rothog never loses. So, again, not looking great for Dax's buddy. Where is our last visitor to talk to? Here we go. Here's one.
I was in the stands of the arena the night of the rebellion.
And again, just horror stories about Rothog the Storm.
Oh, my friend Etor has to withdraw his request for trial by combat.
Yeah, abort, abort, abort. Alright, so Dax basically handed me all of his money and said, go bribe the guard now to get his friend out of this. Which is probably a good decision. Like, you do not want a non-fighter who's just got themselves locked up getting suckered into trial by combat with Rothog. Okay, now back to the gut. Just kind of try and zoom past these guys if I can. So all I want to do is make it to the docks. The funny thing is, once I'm out of combat here, they should be leeching any second. I know that the gut rats are not going to come this far. There we go. So yeah, the funny thing is this city is so big that even though it has 3 stable masters, one in the east gate, one up north, and one at the west gate, and it has multiple milestones. Again, one towards the entrance down there, one by the east gate, and one down at the crafting guild hall. It still could use more stable master / travel points because there's still so much ground to cover in here, and it's all, you know, separated by all the canals and bridges. That I would not be disappointed if they added, at the very least, another like aquatic travel point in here, like another boat or more. Okay. Gonna rush in here and bribe the guard.
What's these? Back so soon?
Okay, we explained that we're bribing the guard to pull this guy from his fight with Rothog, and the guard says, "Oh, it's a fight with the Rothog? Yeah, I get it. Let me see what I can do." Takes our money and leaves. Dax shows up, out of breath from running. Of course, we got to ride. He had to run the whole way. Okay, what news?
Report that your friend has withdrawn his request for trial by combat.
All right, so
I know
everything
he
is
was
set.
free, but I also know he would prefer
So yeah,
to be alive.
money well spent, even though it was a huge chunk of change. Dax is happy. So we have one more quest to complete with this section here, and that's to go find Surgon, who is all the way towards the beginning. So I know that I have some travel skills. We'll use the generic return to Umbar, which puts me close, I believe, to where I need to be. But this is the market I was thinking of before, because in this market area here, up ahead, we're going to find Surgon. Because he's talking to the local merchants, or wants us to talk to the local merchants. Oops. Again, this place has so many of these little dead ends. And I already have to backtrack. Because I've got to go up here.
I must confront my old friend Belondor. I cannot put it off any longer.
Okay, so we need to ask around about Belondor and where they have ended up. So we're going to go check in with some upper ward residents. So people who live in the fancy digs. So there's straight brush off. So we're 0 for 1. Here's somebody else we can ask. They're just going to walk away from us.
I know nothing that will help you. You have my apologies. Now, move on.
So that answer was no and please leave. So, I mean, that was kind of a double whammy. And if we head this away, where's our other one? Oh, that would just take me back to Surgon. Further in this way, we should find another person to ask. And because you guys are jerks, I'm going to splash my horse through your water. How do I get up there?
Belondor? Ah, he is the master of fleets and well loved by his people.
Alright, so that person actually had a little bit of info. And further on in, there's somebody else we can talk to.
No, I have not seen Belondor today, but But you just missed his wife, Meshka.
Okay, so there's a clue. We can find his wife heading towards Sailhaven. So we need to go check the market, specifically the fancy market, of course. And that's the wild thing, is that this like upper ward area has its own whole market district that's all fancy and cool, the Grand Market. And here is Belondor's wife. So Belondor is Sirgon's old buddy, who he kind of left for dead.
Yes, can I help you with something? What is it?
And here's Sirgon showing up. She is not happy to see him. Says, we are not talking about this here. So we're going to go meet her at her home. Which is all the way up in the upper ward there. Think I can get there from yeah, no, I don't think we go through there. Combat zone. Think what we want to do is go around this way. Yeah. And then through the lots of gate guards and stuff. Like that's not sketchy at all. And oh hey, Driftwood.
I do not know why I came to the upper ward.
Our old buddy Driftwood. So even though he's not included in the main quest, we'll just go ahead and yeah, he wants to meet up with us by the Tour Gardens. We'll do that. All right, here's Meshka.
I was not certain you would dare come here.
So basically, she's describing exactly how unhappy she is with her husband's association with Sirgon and what that led to. And Sirgon is basically saying, you know, yep, I take responsibility for my actions, etc., but he's not exactly...
Wounded on that night, Sirgon. And none of us knew how deeply.
I did not forgive you then, and I do not forgive you now. And yeah, she's noting that when everything went down here, when, you know, the ship with the heirs of Castamere went out, Belonder sent the ship out to warn Sirgon. So she's basically saying, all right, Sirgon, you can go. I'm not going to kill you, but do not show up in the upper ward. So she kind of did him a little bit of a kindness by saying, look, there's not forgiveness here, but so long as you stay out of my area here, I'm not going to basically screw you up. Okay, so we want to go all the way around here so I can go back down to the lower ward. Gotta find me some stairs down.
I feared a confrontation with Belondor, but I should have more feared his wife, Meshka.
Yeah, you got really lucky, dude. Okay, so all of these are kind of wrapped up in the city quests. So before I talk to Kaibar, I'm going to go, just because I happened to run into the quest, I'm going to go back and check in with Driftwood. So the quickest way to do that is actually going to be to head back out to this gate of the city and catch a horse to the east gate here and then ride up. Again, this city is huge. So it is in fact quicker to run all the way back to this side. And holy crap, did I not get any other travel points on this character? Okay, so mistakes were made. I guess I actually need to make the run through the city and pick up travel points. This is again another problem with having multiple characters going through similar areas, is forgetting who has gotten exactly what done and unlocked. So since I'm in the area, I'm going to go all the way up here and get the stable master that is a pain to get, which is the north one. I think I'm going the right way, yep. Again, all these ruined temples. That's not creepy at all or foreboding. And I really, really hope that they do something with that in further storylines or dungeons or something they give us. Because this city has so much cool creep factor going for it that you just want to see them expand to. Okay, so now I'm going to try and keep making my way east. I also need to go back down a level. So this looks like it might be stairs down. Perfect. And I am still only in the Fisherfold. Like, all that riding only took me to here. Which, I mean, this is where I'm going to be meeting with Kaibar, because he's actually, like, right there. But I still need to ride all the way over here. And ultimately, I need to ride all the way to the east gate of the city, because I've got to get that travel point. It's frankly a little bit embarrassing to have been in and out of the city as many times as this character has and just never gotten anything other than the front gates and the dockmaster. Okay, here's Gate of Sorrows, which means I absolutely overshot where I was going. Completely missed my turn. Saw that and thought, wait, Gate of Sorrows, I'm in the gut? I need to hang a right up here at the fountain. This is better. And there we go.
Good day to you.
Last stable master. So that gives me all 3. And it's actually technically easier to find and a shorter ride if I take the stables back to the west gate. Okay, so Kaibar should be by the big fountain here. There he is.
I hope the rest of the crew learns something valuable, for I have had a hard time of it. Why are you staring at me like that?
And of course, Cruel Dancer reverse pickpocketed him and put a notification into his wallet for him, which is just kind of comedy gold. So our clue is crocodiles outside the city, lamps in the night broken, just enough for one, signed the dancer.
Do you think it means she's found her way to the prisoners?
And again, we know where the crocodiles outside of the city are, so we know where to start looking. Because we've been there a few times. I don't think that goes where I want to go. No, I think I have to keep going this way and then go across the bridge and then cut over. Now I should be able to head east through the Rover's Yard gate. Someday, I will get a character here and take them through all of the city side quests, because I'm really curious to see what all of them end up being. Because there are so many people here who all need stuff from you. I'm curious to see what all of them really end up being. So that also evidently means that this character has not done any of the Hunter's Camp quests, but I'm not going to do those today, just because I burned the crap out of them on the champ earlier. And of course it wants me to start with the, quote, crocodile camp all the way down here, but we'll humor them. Okay, now we go to where I know the broken lamps are. Even though I know there's crocodiles all throughout this place, it just only wanted me to go to that particular camp of crocodiles. Because Lotro reasons for things. So our first broken lamp is on the hill up here. So here is a toppled lamp. And here's something that makes me wish I had leveled prospecting on this character. So there's another toppled lamp up there I can see, so I need to get a bit of elevation. You see eyes upon you. And there's our good friend Cruel Dancer.
I am glad you received my message.
So she's noting that, yep, there's a secret harbor that was used by the Kindreds of the Coin down below. And she has reason to believe that some of our prisoners are down there. So I don't actually need these gloves, but I'll take them.
Here is what I know of this secret harbor.
Alright, so we're both going to go climb down the rope.
The ships are docked.
And I love this little instance. I love this area. I love this, like, hidden grotto area with the pirate ships docked in it. This is just such good use of this type of terrain and environment in here. Alright, so we're gonna board the nearest ship and take care of any pirates. Okay, my archer has completely lost it. Because once again, getting pets to path on stuff like this just ain't happening. So the deck of the ship is free of enemies. Right? Cruel Dancer is going to go scare up some down below and flush them out to us. Alright, no prisoners on this ship at least, so back onto the walkways. Okay, Harold, can you keep up, or are you just going to go right off the side? Have to set very careful paths for Harold's. Okay, so we've almost finished fighting our way to the next ship. And let's see if the Herald can make it. Did I skip a ship? Nope, okay. So here is Cordan, which Sigaleth will be happy to know. So here is Tathata the Beast, who we've seen before.
Who are you talking to, Nestina Nesorna?
And I love the fact that she uses the Goofy Ent's name for Cordan, because that's what the Ent called him. So she's just pointing out that they took Cordan mostly because it amused them to do so. So Cruel Dancer shows up and is not happy.
So, this is not about rescuing your friends after all.
Well, I mean, it's a twofer.
I see what sort you are.
We are those who get what we want, Tathata.
I do not think so this time. More dangerous foes than you have hunted me before now.
Well, the fact that there's just a pair of lions sitting here, hanging out on the deck. Guard lions, you know. So we will take care of lions here.
She's getting away! I will follow her. You save your friend.
Alright, so basically we just need to get her chased off. Cruel Dancer is going to run after her, and we untie Cordan.
Wait. What? My sister is alive?
Yeah, not for lack of her trying. Alright, so we all meet up outside.
I still cannot believe it. Many months and more miles have passed since I saw you last at Helm's Deep in Rohan.
And of course, he asks about Leafshade. And he asks about Horn, Nona, and Glaeline.
Why do you hesitate, my friend? What has happened?
So that's a kind of bittersweet ending to that story. Alright, and we got your brother back. Are you happy?
I and my brother will stand with you to rescue Thorongil.
Okay, so before I do that one, because I think at some point in time that ends the city chain, I totally flaked out and did not go back and meet up with Driftwood. So I need to go back and meet up with Driftwood. Yeah, let's see. How can I actually get down there easily? That's a bunch of nope. I think the fastest way is actually going to be to ride out to the other gate and come in that way. It would be nice if there were like sneaky little side gates into the city, like smugglers' gates or something. I don't think there are. Yep. No such luck. Okay, I kind of jumped that one a little bit further than I intended to. But I'm just going to go ahead and say that that was intentional because it got me closer to the entrance to the gate. Okay, so once I'm in here, I'm going to ditch this horse and get back on slower but much more easily maneuverable horse. And head up to the tour gardens. Where's the stairs? My stairs. Okay, so Driftwood's going to be someplace hanging around here. There you are.
Old habits are the hardest to lose.
So Driftwood's basically saying, like, hey, hypothetically, if I were to engage in some second story work around here, what would maybe happen if I get caught?
What might happen to a friend of yours that steals?
So one person telling us, well, it's going to depend entirely on how rich you are and how much you can pay. Which, boy, it's a little too real there, Standing Stone Games. Just a little too real.
This is most unusual.
Saying he might request trial by combat if he's caught. We saw how well that went for Daximat's friend.
You want to know what will happen to your friend if he begins a life of theft and burglary?
And this person's all in on, well, you know, hey, maybe that's a career. So 3 kind of wildly different answers there.
What did visitors to this place have to say about my future?
Saying, all right, for now, I'm going to go ahead and leave that. But that gets us a quick bit of rep and some coins. Now, head back out and get back to the amphitheater. Can I hop out this way? Alright, it's not my most graceful exit ever. And I'm not actually sure how I'll be able to get back up there. Let's find out. So I need to get all the way up there. Right, pick up some speed now that I'm on the relatively open ground here, and just run through as much of this stuff as I can and figure out what my best way up there is from here, or if I'm going to have to loop all the way around, because that's also a possibility. Because there's definitely nothing immediately to my left but cliffs. But I am gaining altitude here. I have just come a very long way around to do it. I know there's a way to get up there, I just do not remember any of the ways are quick. Coming from town, that is. This is it. Okay, excellent. So, minor detour taken care of. Met up with Driftwood. And now we're going to go put our plan into action to save the kid.
When my brother and I returned to Umbar, his plan had been for us to visit some other taverns.
Alright, so we need to check the taverns to see who's got a way into the citadel where they're holding the kid. For some reason I thought that we left straight from here, which is why I did not continue this part of the quest and instead took the detour. So, well, mistakes were made. I could have already had this ready and stayed in town the whole time. So now next time I do this, I will remember. Narrator voice. Next time he does this, he very definitely will not remember. Alright, so all the way back into town. Just truly makes me want to just... Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think that is what I'm going to do. I am going to use one of my travel points. And we'll go back to the Blood Eagle Tavern. Because it is just so much running and riding to get to and into the city and get anywhere in here. Bloody Eagle should put me at least relatively close. Let's see, which side of the river is the Bloody Eagle on? Nope, this is the Drowned Prince. Bloody Eagle's on the other side. Which means it's up there. I need to get up a level, I think, unless this is it right here. Nope, I need to get up a level. So I'll go to the fancy market here. Let's see, which side do I need to be on? I don't think it's this way. It looks like this is another little mini dead end. Oh, but this was the last guild I needed to find in Umbarba Harbel. So that completed the find all the guilds. So, worth it. 1,000 trade XP. So here's the Hungry Deep Tavern. I'm going to ask some patrons.
I am worried for our rulers.
They're pretty okay with the Kindred.
The Hungry Deep Tavern is the finest in the city, if you ask me.
Okay, so we're going to check the Welcome Cockle next. And that is further towards the west gate. I think it's down on this level and over. I don't think I have to stay up above. I think this is it here. Okay, perfect. So, talk to the first patron, and all of a sudden he has to be going and he knows nothing. Oh hi Rothog. Nothing happening here. We're all cool. Alright, so apparently Harmlek wants to see us. So Rothog is going to take us there forcibly. And here is Harmelech, the Golden Queen, who is very much a string puller within the kindred.
Thank you, Lothog.
And that's largely what she's telling us here, is she is basically telling us to go through and see the rest of her sites. Observe my fancy courtyard. I'll be there in a minute. That is a swanky, pool. I will give you that.
You stand in the presence of one of the wealthiest people in all of Umbar.
So once again, we get we get background, we get lag, we splash through her fountain because I'm going to be a jerk to her, just because she is kind of being a jerk to me, showing off her indoor garden with peacocks and assorted wildlife. We get it. We get it. You have means.
The kindred of the coins was my idea, inspired by the Corsair councils that once governed Umbar.
Yeah, you have precedents, etc., and you could be worse. I'll grant you that. But still, kind of jerks. So, wait for her in her office, which is unsurprisingly extremely lavishly decked out.
Athagoth is a black Numenorian, a blood ally of Balakor during the Scourge's rise to power.
So we see that there's at least a little bit of a schism between her and the and Azagath. But she's going to give us a little hint, and she's talking about those water bearers again, and confirming no one pays attention to the servants. So she's shown off her power and influence and control here to make sure we know that she's not to be messed with. And she's not going to act directly against Azagath, but she could definitely point us towards a thing or two that would help us. Okay, check in with Rothog. And our next quest is to head down by the docks and find some water bearers that we can talk to and kind of set ourselves up with. And that is going to be for another time.